Hi, I'm Mike.
I get so nervous.
I'll do it
You're
right
already
this time.
sweating.
I know, it's crazy. Hi, I'm Michael. I'm here with my junior gardener,
Michael.
another Michael, who also just happens to be my nephew. And today we're going to be talking to you about the Krimson Princess Hoya. So, ready to dig in?
Yeah,
Let's grow. The Hoya Krimson Princess goes by the botanical name Hoya Krimson Princess, and she is a trailing vine. This beauty before you is a trailing vine native to China, East Asia, Australia. This is an amazing houseplant. Michael wants me to show you his little buddies here, so we're going to put them on the turntable for you. But this is a really, really cool trailing vine, wonderfully suited for your home indoors. And what I'm going to do now is show you another plant very closely related to this plant, so you can get a little bit of context. And you may have seen from the intro video when we were over my left shoulder, your right shoulder. This puppy was growing on our plant shelf, and she is a cutting we made from our mama outside who got covered with mealybugs. She got infested, so we did a treatment. We did videos on that as well, and we grew this one in leca. We have this one over here. We've got, how big is that one, Michael, do you think? That's a big one, right? It's huge. These guys have taken off growing in leca. So we'll be doing another video where we make a cutting from here. So stay tuned to our channel, and we'll be doing a cutting of this plant and showing you how you can grow the Hoya Krimson Princess in leca, because our tricolor Hoya is just loving growing in leca. We had one bloom on ours so far, but I think we're not giving ours enough light. We have some grow lights, and our Hoya Krimson Princess has not bloomed yet either. But these have. We had two bloom, but I think we just need to give them a little bit more light. But we have some new pink leaves coming out. It's like all white and pink. It's so pretty, you all. But this is the cousin. We're not here to talk about the Hoya Crimson Queen, as much as we love her, because we got several of these in the home. We're here to talk about Hoya. What were we going to talk about? The Hoya Krimson Princess, right?
Yes.
So this is a slower
That's what
growth.
Huggy Wuggy's asking for
Yeah,
help.
Huggy Wuggy's fine. He's welcome to watch.
He's asking for help. He's gonna fall.
Oh, he's gonna fall. We'll pull him up. He's like, thanks. So maybe he can hold the turntable steady. Turntable instead of a lazy Susan. Wooka wooka wooka. Sorry. Back to the plant care video. So the Hoya Krimson Princess has these wonderful waxy leaves, and ours is grown in soil, like I mentioned. We're gonna do a cutting and look to grow this in leca and compare to see if a leca grown Hoya will do better than a soil grown, because we've had about 2 years, and she has these beautiful pink leaves coming out here. See that, Huggy Wuggy? Yeah, he sees it. And they also get this creamy, like this off-white pink leaves. So it gets three colors, similar to the tricolor Hoya, which is the Hoya Crimson Queen. The Krimson Princess is mostly known for these beautiful light yellow-green centers and these darker margins of dark green. But at times comes around and will pop out these beautiful deep pink reddish leaves. It's just a beautiful houseplant. Another thing this beautiful climbing vine is known for is these wonderful flowers. They grow off a peduncle, and they have this big cluster of pink flowers, tightly packed with a red center. And the pink will be very similar to the inside of this leaf here, the color. It's just beautiful, and it has this amazing scent. And guess what? What do you think the scent smells like? What's your favorite
Chocolate.
candy? Yeah, there you go. Chocolate. The blooms smell like chocolate. It's such a cool thing. The Hoya Krimson Princess will bloom, but it's not a regular bloomer, and you want to give her plenty of light to do so. And that leads us into the next thing we're going to talk to you about today is about plant care. So let's rotate over into that part. For plant care, your Hoya Krimson Princess wants to be grown in high light, and that's going to be 500 to 1,000 foot candles or higher. Ours is growing over here on our plant shelf underneath this beautiful one I showed you earlier, our tricolor. And they're getting just probably, when we take the light meter reading several times a day, they're just getting about 800 foot candles on average. So that's probably why ours are not blooming as much. This one, like I said, has not bloomed yet for us. We've had this one just over 2 years, just about 2 years. And I think what we need to do is probably bring her and spend a little more time over here on our west facing window. But we have so many plants on our shelf there, it's kind of crowded out. And I think that may help encourage her to bloom. But she did add quite a bit of growth since we've owned her. All of this is new, and these reds just came out. But it is a slow growing Hoya, which is kind of cool. You know, you have this plant that doesn't get beastly like this other one, but I'm telling you, I'm digging the Hoya Crimson Queen. It's such a cool house plant. But this one's so striking too. You know, each plant has their own cool characteristics. One thing I forgot to mention, you see this, Michael? Let me show you. Doesn't that look funny? It's like no, don't eat it. Let me turn it this way. His little friend's gonna try to eat it. This is new growth. It's not like a leaf had fallen off or anything. So we'll zoom in so you can see it up close. Stop, please. This is new growth here, and that's where new leaves will come out. So it's nothing to be worried about when you see it, because it's on some plants you'll see that it looks like the leaves are falling off. That's the typical characteristic of Hoyas on how they grow. They'll do that kind of. He's hungry, right?
Yes, he wants to eat.
Yeah, but this is a plant, so he's got to be an herbivore if he's going to try to do that. Anyway, so back to the plant care video. So on lighting, you want to have high light if you can. So 800 to 1,000 or more. You don't want to necessarily give her full sun. You probably could get a little bit of late afternoon sun, like 5 or 6, just for an hour or so, because you don't want to burn the leaves. But that may help encourage the blooming, because that's one of the things that helps trigger this plant to bloom. On soil, ours is grown in soil. And again, we're going to be doing another video where we grow this one in leca, and we'll talk about how you grow in a soilless medium in that video. But on a soil type, you want to mix in this ratio. You want to have 85% African violet. Sorry, you want to have 85% African violet potting mix, mixed with 5% worm castings, and that brings you to 90%. And what's the other 10%? What do we want? We want orchid potting mix in there, because he's like a well-drained mix. So that's what we're trying to head with this. You want 85% African violet potting mix. That's a well-drained mix. You want to add in 10% of orchid, gives you to the 95%, and then 5% worm castings. And that worm casting is going to give you a nice, rich soil additives, and it helps with the root growth of the plant. And we also recommend a mycorrhizal, and that's that bioactive also helps the plant grow. And we'll put that in the in-depth instructions after this part, so we have it all written out for you, so you can refer to that. But on the soil, that's what we recommend for the Hoya here. Such a pretty plant. I hope, she's just started growing. You're going to eat all those leaves, and we're not going to have any plant left by the end of this video. You know that, right? So on watering. 8 to 10 days water it when it's in soil. Like, is a different story, and we'll, like I said, go into that when we do the next video. So for pests, and those of you who grow Hoyas, you know this, we have mealybug issues. We haven't had any mealybugs on this plant, but our tricolor Hoya Princess Queen has gotten mealybugs several times, and they are such a pain. I don't know why, they're just crazy for Hoyas. Look at this, look how this one is taking off. Look at that, it's bananas. He's got to be full by now, buddy. He's got to be full. He's eaten every plant.
Well, he just poops.
So you gotta watch out for the mealybugs, and they'll get stuck here in these nodes, and you're gonna have a problem if you don't catch it right away, because it can spread pretty fast. And we've done a video where we actually dunked our Hoya if you get a really bad infestation. But a real easy way to do it is just to check your plant every time you're watering, and see if you see anything white, and especially in these little intersections here where the leaves connect, the petiole connects to the climbing part of the stem here, the vine part. And that's where mealybugs will always tend to start. But mealybugs, babies are so small you don't really see them until they start to really be all over the plant. So that's a huge thing to know about Hoyas in general. The mealybugs is probably your enemy number one. Neem oil will take care of it, and we'll put all that, like I said, in the written care instructions in a minute. For humidity, it does fine in a house, a humidity of 30 to 40%. It wants a little bit higher humidity if you can give it that. You can do that with a pebble tray, or you can put a humidifier around it. But we don't even do that in our home, and they're doing fine. And so with that, I think I covered the basics of the plant care needs. But what we'll do now is rotate over into in-depth instructions, and then we'll come back. Now I'm gonna lose my arm. I'm not gonna say goodbye with one hand. Now we're gonna rotate over into in-depth instructions, care instructions, and then we'll do a quick summary at the end. All right, let's go on to that. We want to thank you for stopping by. Kissy Missy.
Huggy Wuggy. Michael.
And the other Michael. And if you have any thoughts or questions, just leave them in the comment section below, and we'll make sure we get back to you. And until the next video.
Oh, Huggy Wuggy wants to say something.
Oh, what? What's that?
Just make sure to like and subscribe.
Thank you. That's a good point. We appreciate every one of you stopping by and your patience through the video. You're awesome. We really appreciate all of you who stopped by and checked out our videos. And until the next video, bye. If you found value in this video, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. We post weekly. Thanks.